high-powered spy satellites, reconnaissance planes, and hidden GPS devices. They're the high-tech, low-visibility toolkit of America's intelligence agencies, helping protect against terrorist attacks. The technology itself may be mostly classified, but that hasn't stopped writers of Fox's hit series 24 from including geospatial technology within the intense action of 24's counter-terrorism unit.
Morning was diversionary. Your father is the real target. You've got to get out of there now.
My name is Michael Losef. I'm co-executive producer of the show 24. We are on the set of that show. In fact, this is a presidential bunker.
Mr. President.
Well, the technology on 24 is certainly in the foreground. We don't hide the technology.
All right, everyone, listen up. Because we believe Marwan is preparing for another domestic attack today, we need to pool all our resources to find him.
If you look at the technology that has progressed in the last few years, it's primarily internet.
I think someone's positioning code for a major internet attack.
Mobile.
Now download his position to my PDA and stay reachable.
Global positioning.
Pull up satellite from 8:45 to 9 o'clock.
We actually did start talking about things like triangulation and getting locations from satellites and using the internet, even back in 2000, in the first episode.
We got him. They're right at the tunnel.
Do you have a visual?
We'll use the geospatial technology as kind of a background for the solution to the problem. Where is Jack Bauer? Where is the terrorist?
Perimeter around the area.
We got him up ahead. Our goal in this room is to create all the graphics that appear on set. On a computer or on any TV that's on set. Right now we have some 40 monitors on set, so every time they move into that room, there's a lot of work for us to do.
My job on the show is to write episodes, and rewrite episodes, and rewrite the rewrites.
Hopefully a script comes out on time, not always. When we get our script, I usually read through the whole thing and break it down for all the graphic requirements.
We'll just use some very general terms very quickly in the background.
We're going to have to handle this passively. We're going to use satellite parabolics and laser aggregators.
It'll create an image of complexity, of realism, of depth, that things that you see on the screen are supported by an underlying technology, and the characters are speaking just the little tips of the iceberg, here, 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 and letting you in on brief glimpses of what's going on underneath.
I ended up doing a lot of research for satellites. We also do a lot of research on what's available with computers, what's available with networking, what kind of security protocols are in place in the real world, how does that affect our show.
Northrop Grumman's Advanced Concepts Lab devises some of the intelligence agency's most innovative technologies. Their hardware has also been featured on 24.
What we have here is what we call a high-definition projector array. And we have on the floor a 20 million pixel image. You can keep zooming into an area as fine as you have the imagery that can support what you want to look at. As we zoom in here, you have satellite images layered on top of the application, and then also you have images that were taken from helicopters that give you an even higher resolution. So you can continue to zoom in and see more details as you have the imagery. I just want to show you, we've got it's basically a picture that was taken, and through satellite imagery we're able to take that picture and actually create a holographic image of an area. What this is called the touch table. By touching the table and moving one finger around, you can actually rotate the globe to wherever you would like to go. What this is a place in Natanz, Iran. I can take a slider and I can go back in time and see what this place looked like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago. So when you go back, you can see that the underground facility is here, and now you can go through time and see how they actually built the facility and then covered that facility up with dirt. And now it looks like there's nothing there. The tunnel network is now covered up by a trailer. So now you know where the entrance to that facility actually is.
There are certain technologies that we want to keep from getting in the hands of our adversaries. Just due to the fact of our mission and the fact that a lot of it is in secret, the producers use a lot of their imagination to depict how real-world intelligence and geospatial data is gathered.
We spend a lot of time in production meetings trying to make things as as accurate as possible so that it's believable. And that's the balancing act between those two things. And there's always a give and a take. We're always technically accurate until the story isn't going to work, at which point accuracy goes out the window and the picture becomes the picture.
We use that as a very rough basis to throw out an idea. Well, maybe we can track this person with their cell phone via their cell phone when it's not being used to make a call. Maybe we can do that. Can we? I don't know.
And that's what I meant by, again, at that point, storage-driven technology. It doesn't matter what's really possible. We're gonna make it work.
Let's call it passive triangulation and see how it sounds. And if anybody tells us we can't, it doesn't exist, then we'll replace it with something else, maybe.
I can't tell. Don't answer it.
We got it.
Where?
The hotel in Chatty.
The fiction of the story is that he's got his cell phone, and therefore we're able to track him once he's on his cell phone. All of this is made up. There's nothing, any reality to this. I mean, theoretically you can track somebody, but we positioned some cell towers. We created the graphic with the arcs and lines to suggest some kind of narrowing down of position.
Triangulation is a mathematical way of locating objects. GPS technology is based on triangulation, where you have satellites orbiting the Earth, and they need to have a minimum of 3 satellites in view of your satellite receiver, and based on the time it takes from a pulse of energy from these satellites to hit your receiver and go back up to the satellite, those 3 locations and timestamps can determine a person's longitude and latitude. And the same with the cell phones. If you know signal strength, theoretically, I would imagine you'd be able to locate, given if there's 3 towers in the line of sight of your cell phone, determine that person's location.
Available to us is typically a 1-meter map. We can download those, or we can buy those high-res satellite images from a lot of places on the internet.